You need to know why glaciers are important. And I'm gonna tell you. Do you know what color glaciers are? They're white, and they can even be seen from space. When the sun's rays come down and hit the earth, all the glaciers are like, "Oh no, we're white. We're not gonna absorb all the heat from the sun because we're glaciers. We help the planet stay cool." Basically, glaciers help the planet stay cool and reflect the sun's rays. It's really important for everyone. For everyone! Glaciers also make up approximately 70% of all the Earth's freshwater. Thanks, glaciers. In the spring and in the summer, there's this thing called glacial runoff. That means the glacier melts and the water runs off into rivers and streams and feeds ecosystems, which include animals, plants, and you guessed it, us humans too. Glaciers also regulate the sea level. If all the glaciers in the world were to melt, then the sea levels would rise and it would be bad. But Zach, if you were to take a glass of water and all the ice or glaciers in the ocean, the glass of water, were to melt, the sea level wouldn't rise. Well, there are hundreds of thousands of glaciers all over the world. The biggest being in Antarctica and in Greenland, basically on the North and the South Poles. And most of the glaciers are in the mountains and some are touching water. Those glaciers are literally miles and kilometers thick. It is unfathomable. Unfathomable. If this was the Earth, these were all the glaciers. If we were to add more water, then it would start to flood. It would start to flood and water would overflow and it would be bad. So this is the reason why we need to protect the glaciers, because we don't want flooding. Oh, it's cold. It's cold outside too. Oh my Atlanta. Glaciers also provide water for rivers, and as humans, we build things like dams and we get energy from those rivers, from those glaciers. They are probably powering some of the devices that you're using right now. Isn't that crazy? Whoa! On top of all these things, glaciers provide ecosystems. An ecosystem is basically a place where a bunch of different species of life lives. They provide ecosystems for different animals like polar bears, seals, a lot of aquatic life, a lot of algae. It is an abundance of life, an abundance of biodiversity, and it's beautiful. Glaciers also have a cultural and a spiritual significance for a lot of communities, indigenous communities, and people all around the world. There are different communities that need the land, that need the ice, that need the glaciers to hunt for their communities as well. Because guess what? DoorDash doesn't deliver way up north. We live in a world of luxury, and that is very amazing, and we should be thankful. But is it necessary all the time? I don't know. It's convenient, but is convenient the best thing in the world? But Zach, I have no money. I don't have any incentive. I'm just a wee little guy. What can I do to help?
Boy, do I have the answer for you, mate. Crikey. Throw on the barbie, go down to Queensland, get a Jewy, put it in the paper, take a picture of it, put it in the paper. Don't get bit by a spider. Oh no, he got bit by a spider.
All life on this planet, all the things on this planet are all connected. The simple things we do, the things we buy, the things we eat, affects the environment around us, which affects the glaciers, which comes back and affects our lives, and which affects the lives of the environment, of the dogs and the cats and the pets and the rabbits. And we have this crazy opportunity to have that full circle effect be positive. I don't want it to be negative. I want it to be positive. Everyone wants it to be positive. We all want the same thing, don't we? We want clean food and clean water and clean air, and to be able to go skiing and to run around in the forest and not be worried about going up into flames spontaneously. We got this. For the bees. For the bees. To protect the glaciers, we have to do all the same things that protect the bees and protect the trees and the planet and the ocean. The more educated people are about animals and trees and how important they are, the more they care. This is Hoots. Oh, simple things that you can do to help the glaciers. Walk and bike and use transit. And if you need to go somewhere, try not to drive on your own, especially if you have a gas car, because it uses more energy and It's really important that we shift away from fossil fuels and move to better, more efficient, cooler energy sources. That's another video though. Another thing you can do is use less plastic. Plastic ends up in the oceans, in the wildlife, literally in us. It goes everywhere and it doesn't biodegrade, so try to stay away from plastic if you can. Another thing that you can do, and one of my favorite things, is to eat local, buy local, eat organic, and eat sustainably. There are just a goofy amount of reasons why this is an amazing thing. One, you're supporting the family down the road, not the person who lives in a fancy apartment who doesn't even see the stuff on the ground. It's grown locally. That's better for you, that's better for the community, and it's better for everyone. That can also include your clothes. If you care about the glaciers, it's really important that we do these things so that in the future you have a better chance of being able to do this comfortably all over the world, as well as your kids' kids, or people in environments and in communities that it's really important and it's really vital that we protect the glaciers, because without them, our world would be a sad, different, and, in my opinion, horrible place. My name's Zach. I love the bees and the people and the planet and all life on it. And this is Hoots, and we're checking out. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Thank you.
Right?